Hello, I'm Ryan Zink, and welcome to my Creative Intuitive Solutions YouTube channel. And this video is about the vibration of trauma. So, if you're somebody that has experienced trauma, this is a great energy to be able to clairvoyantly release from different spaces within your aura or different aspects. Some examples of how you could potentially release this energy in some different spaces you could release it from would be maybe your childhood space. Maybe you were brought up in a home that was dysfunctional, or maybe you grew up with an alcoholic, or maybe you grew up with a drug addict, or maybe you just grew up with parents that were super controlling, or they were perfectionists and you weren't. Whatever trauma that you experienced, big or small, growing up, you could definitely clear the energy of trauma from your child space. Also, as an adult, maybe you were in an abusive relationship. It could be physical abuse, emotional abuse, any type of abuse within a romantic relationship, and even platonic relationships. You could potentially work with your relationship space within your clairvoyant meditation and start clearing the energy of trauma. And what's great about clearing the energy of trauma is that you kind of like own it a little bit. Not that it was right that it happened to you, but you kind of become empowered when you start releasing the energy of trauma from various spaces that it may live in for you. So it's a place of empowerment to be able to finally release the energy. And it's true, you can go to counseling and you can work with a therapist, but that can take many years. And I'm not saying not to do that, but I'm saying that you could do space clearing in conjunction with working with a therapist, and you may be able to heal your trauma a lot quicker. Another thing, uh, there could be physical trauma that you've experienced. Maybe you were in an accident of some kind, maybe a car accident or something like that, and you have a lot of trauma. Maybe you don't like to drive on the freeway or something like that anymore. So you could actually you could put up a driving space out in front of you within your clairvoyant meditation that represents your driving space or your automobile space, and you could start releasing the energy of trauma from that, if you were in an accident or something like that. So there's lots of applications within my book Spaces on releasing trauma. And throughout each space, I actually go through the list of 32 plus low vibe energies, and you clear them all at once from a particular space. So if you were working in your childhood space, you wouldn't just clear the energy of trauma. I would have you actually clear my whole list of 32 plus low vibe energies from like your childhood space. So you would also at the same time clear the energy of victim, which is also super empowering too, because you get to own that things did happen to you, but you get to come out of like feeling like a victim to it anymore, and you can clear the trauma from various spaces. So within the book, it shows you how to clairvoyantly work with the space, and at the same time how to clear the list of 32 plus low vibe dense toxic energies from any space that you're working with. There's ideas within the book of the different spaces that you can clear. I came up with a lot of those during meditation as I was becoming aware of different spaces within my aura. And some of them are really like, you think they'd be obvious, but unless you really are like pinpointing within your aura what you need to work on, it can be a little bit daunting to figure out which space you should be focusing on. So that's why in the book there's a whole list of different spaces you can work with, and there's my list of 32 plus low vibe dense toxic energies within the book to clear from any space that you can possibly think of. So anyway, this is the energy of trauma, and this is a huge one to be able to release from your aura if you have experienced any trauma. And I am not a medical professional, I'm not a doctor. So if you do need medical attention or a therapist or any professional like that, I definitely recommend that you reach out to somebody. But you could also use my book Spaces in conjunction, and start releasing the energy so that you can heal even quicker. And you can find the book at www.creativeintuitivesolutions.com on the bookstore on the homepage, and it's called Spaces. Have a good day.